Welcome back, everyone. So this week's class is going to focus on spinal twists. And spinal twists are really good detox poses. They help to de-stress the body. They boost your digestive system and support overall spinal health. So lots of reasons to be focusing on twists. So we're going to start in seated with your eyes closed, and I'd like you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. This is a nice comforting way of holding the hands. So bringing your awareness now to your breath. Just let the awareness focus completely on the breath, bringing you into the present moment. So looking back can cause us anger and regret, and looking forward can sometimes cause anxiety. So I'd like you to literally just focus on this breath in this moment, knowing that right now everything is okay. So focusing on your breath, exhale deeply now through your nose. And then begin to inhale deeply all the way down into the belly. Feel that breath rising up into your chest. As the belly and the chest push into the hands. And then as you exhale, feel the chest dropping and the belly moving back towards the spine. So just in your own time, take 3 more deep breaths. Exhaling the last breath, open your eyes and just rest your hands back on your knees or your thighs. Bring your hands in front, interlace your fingers, push the hands away from you, stretch up overhead. As you stretch up, press the palms towards the ceiling, draw the navel in, engaging your Uddiyana Bandha. Turning towards your right, drop the right hand behind you and the left hand to the outside of the right knee or thigh. Just feel that twist moving now from your waist. Again, just breathing into it here, keeping the spine nice and long. Coming back to the front, inhale the hands up again, draw the navel in, twist to your left, dropping the left hand behind and the right hand to the left leg. And again, lift up nice and tall and twist. And inhale, coming back to the front. So turning around, I'm just going to turn around to demonstrate the next one. We're just going to place the hands behind, knees bent, feet in front, and literally just drop the knees from side to side like windshield wipers. So let yourself come right over to each side. 2 more each side. And come back to center. Now swing your legs back. Bring your knees wide and your toes to touch. Sit back towards your heels and place your hands in front with the elbows bent, or place your hands under your forehead. Into child pose. Lifting your head, lifting the arms, just slide the right arm underneath to come into a twisted child and just lower the head once again. Slowly coming up, right hand in front, left hand underneath. And again, your head can be up or you can bring the head down. It's not important where the head is. Just again, getting a little twist in the torso. And then push back up onto all fours. Okay. So bring your right leg back. Lift it to hip level, bend the knee. You could stay here or take your left hand forward, reaching back. Maybe you'll reach the foot, maybe not. So even if you're here, that's okay. If you can get the foot, push the foot into the hand. And then slowly release. I'll turn around just to do the other side. So we'll take the left leg back, lift to hip level, bend the knee. So remember, okay to stay here. Maybe take the right hand in front and then maybe reaching back and finally maybe going for the foot. You can always use a belt, like a dressing gown belt or anything to help you with these kind of poses. And release. Lovely. So you might like to just move the hips a little bit from side to side or forward and back. And then we'll come up to kneeling with the hands on the hips. So stepping your right foot forward, come into a lunge, inhale your arms up. Exhale as you bring the hands to heart center and then bring your left elbow to the outside of the right leg. So I'm just going to turn around here to demonstrate this. Palms together, lifting the chest. Again, you can stay here or you can curl the back foot under and lift. Pressing into that back heel if you've lifted the knee, or just staying here. And then dropping the hands down, come back to kneeling. Again, I'm going to just turn around for demonstration purposes. Left foot forward, come into your lunge, inhale the arms up. Hands to heart center. Right elbow to the outside of the left leg, press the palms, stay here as you lift the chest, or maybe curl the right foot under and lift. And all the time, don't let the chest drop onto the thigh. Keep this dynamic, keep lifting the chest away from the thigh. Okay, dropping the back knee, hands to the floor, stepping back now into a downward facing dog. So walk the feet out a little bit. Come up and down off your toes. Now, bending the right knee, see if you can take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. And again, we're just going to keep the head down. Switching around, bend the left knee, right hand comes across. Or you can go further down the leg if that's accessible to you. And then release. Slowly walk the feet forward till they're behind the hands. Bend your knees. Take your elbows and just sway from side to side. Hands onto hips, press into the feet as you come all the way up to standing. So stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Lovely. So we're going to take the right hand onto the left shoulder and then take that left hand behind. So just turn around for a moment. So it's coming around behind your back, anywhere that it'll come for you. And then just gently moving into the twist, moving to the left. And come back to center, so we'll change around. Left hand onto right, right hand behind you, and we're twisting to the right this time. And come back to center, release and just roll your shoulders out a few times. And reverse it. And just start to move on the legs, just waking up the feet and the toes, rocking forward and back, and then moving to the top of your mat. So we're going to move to the top of the mat to start our Surya Namaskar. Spreading your toes, maybe the big toes are touching and a little bit of space between your heels. Press down into your feet, lift up on your kneecaps and thigh muscles, engage the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha. Roll the shoulders back and down and bring your hands to heart center. So with your eyes closed, just establish a pattern of Ujjayi breath. Opening the eyes, hands down by the side. Inhale, take your palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, maybe over bent knees. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back to plank. Dropping to the knees, to the chest, to the chin, all the way down to the floor now. Hands under the shoulders or hands in front as you press into a low cobra. Legs active. Hands under the shoulders, push back up onto all fours. Curl your toes under into a downward facing dog. So spread your fingers, release your head and neck and look back between your feet. You might need a little bend in the knees still, or you might prefer to keep bending and straightening those legs. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step your right and your left foot up. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. And again, inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, stepping to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga this time. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the navel gently up towards the spine. Exhale fully, inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So I'm just going to turn around before we start the Surya Namaskara B. Bending the knees, sweep the fingers against the floor, Utkatasana. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Right leg back. Knee to chest. Right foot forward. Stay in the lunge now, staying on the back toes. Bring your left hand to the floor and sweep your right hand up. Now it's okay to have the back knee dropped here if necessary. And we're going to reverse it now. Take the right hand inside the right foot, sweep the left hand up. Really beginning to open up and release the spine here. Take the left hand down, right hand outside the right foot, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg back. Knee into chest. Left foot forward, press into the toes of the right foot. Right hand to the floor and sweep the left hand up. And reversing it, take the left hand inside the left foot, sweep the right hand up. So these twists are great for opening up the chest and really releasing the spine. Take your right hand down, left hand outside the left foot, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. So rotating the big toes just slightly inwards. Pressing into the palms, spreading the fingers, let the head and neck release. Exhale fully, inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the fingers against the floor, Utkatasana. And exhaling back into Tadasana. One more time, bend the knees, sweep the fingers against the floor, Utkatasana. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Right leg back. Knee to chest. Right foot forward, turn the left heel in and come up. Sweep your hands up into warrior one. Bring your right hand in front and your left hand behind. And then sweep the hands up again. Exhale the hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg back. Knee to chest. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in and come up. Just square the hips for a moment and sweep the arms up. Left hand in front, right hand behind. Looking along the left arm. Sweep the arms up. Exhale the hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale, roll over the toes to downward dog. So at this stage, if you're feeling the heat or the breathing is a bit fast, just drop down and take a nice resting child pose. Or stay here in downward dog, just focusing on your breath. So bring it all back to the breath. Exhale fully, inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Sweep the fingers against the floor, Utkatasana. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So come back to step to the front of your mat. Taking a break in Tadasana, eyes closed. Just let the breathing slow. As you open your eyes, place your hands on your hips. Step your feet wide now to the long end of your mat. So go as wide as you can. We're going to be taking a wide leg forward bend. Turn the big toes slightly in. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale as you fold. So come halfway down and then drop the hands just under your shoulders. So you can be on the fingertips here. You can bend the knees if you need to get the hands to the floor. So moving your left hand into the center, sweep your right hand up into a twist. Again, try to keep the hips steady here. Don't let the hips move. You're moving from the waist. And then we'll swap, drop and swap. Right hand down, left hand up. And again, moving from the waist. So that twist is in the waist and the torso, opening through the chest. And then we take the left hand down. So just walk the hands back and you can bring your hands anywhere you like onto your calves, your ankles, or if it's possible, toe lock, hooking the first two fingers around the big toes, bending the elbows and releasing the head and neck. So again, you can have bent knees here, the head might be just here, your variation. Exhale fully. Soften the knees. Bring your hands onto your hips and as you press into your feet, slowly come up to a standing position and you can heel and toe your feet back in together. So the next pose is going to be a balancing pose. So if you want to have yourself near a wall, you can have a wall behind you so that you can just reach back to touch it. Otherwise, just set yourself up on your mat. We'll bring the weight into the left foot and we're going to bend the right knee. So taking your left hand to your right knee, get the balance here. So remember you can have the wall behind you, so you're reaching back here maybe with the right hand, so it could be to the wall. Maybe you can go for your right foot and maybe you can straighten. So this is probably the most challenging pose we'll do. It's a standing balance with a twist, literally. Last breath. Hand on hip, bend the knee, release the legs, a little bit of a stretch out. So moving to the other side, we're going to take the weight into the right foot, bending the left knee. So take your left knee up and take your right hand to the outside of the knee. You might be just staying here. Maybe you're at your wall reaching back. For anybody who wants to take it a little bit further, take the outside of the foot and stretch. And breathe. Slowly bending that left knee, release. Stretch the legs, shake the arms. Well done. Come back to stand at the top of your mat one more time, hands at the heart center. Hands onto the hips, we're going to be stepping wide one more time. This time turning your right foot out and your left foot in for Trikonasana. Inhale your arms up. Extend over that right leg and then slowly come down, taking the hand to wherever it will come. You can take the left hand up or you can turn that palm away and reach around behind your back. Some of you might get the top of the right thigh. Again, incorporating a little bit more twist into the pose. And left hand back onto the hip. Press into your right foot to come up and turn the feet forward. So moving to the other side, left foot out, angle the right foot in a little bit. Inhale, both arms up. Extend over your left leg, left hand down, right hand up. Maybe you want to turn the palm and reach around behind. And again, just to remind you, it's fine to have a soft knee here if you're feeling any strain in the hip or the back of the hamstring. Fine to adapt or adjust any pose to suit you. And then inhale, we'll take the hand onto the hip, press into the foot, slowly come up and turn the feet forward. So we're going to come into reverse Trikonasana now. So you're going to step to the top of your mats. So I'm just going to come over here. Right foot is going to be forward. I'm going to step back with my left foot. So important to get the foot position right. So move the right foot out a little bit so it gives you a bit of space for your hips to square. So I'll just move back a little bit here so you can see better. Hands on the hips. Now inhale and reach up through your left arm. Exhale as you come forward. So take your time. Reach down. Now you could take your hand onto your leg. You could take the fingertips to the inside of the right foot or maybe to the outside of that foot. If you need to bend the knee, please bend the knee. Now begin to twist to your right and finally maybe that right arm will come up. Right hand back on the hip, bend the right knee, left hand to the hip as you come up, and we'll just rotate on the feet. So this time the left foot is forward, walk it out a little bit, turning the right foot in so the right hip comes forward a little bit more. Reach up through your right arm, extend it forward. So the hand can come, as I say, onto the leg, onto the floor, inside or outside your foot. Keep drawing that left hip back as you take the left hand onto the lower back, keep twisting and maybe finally taking the left arm up into the air. Left hand onto the hip. You can soften that knee. You can actually bring both hands to the floor and step yourself back into a downward facing dog. Just working the legs out, up and down off the toes, bending and straightening. So again, I'm just going to turn around for a moment. We're going to take the right leg back, knee into the chest, right foot forward, and if you can, stay on the back, on the toes of the back foot. Slowly bring your hands to your hips, hands to heart center, and then move the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms and lift. Drop the hands to the floor, step back into downward facing dog. So once again, I'm just going to turn around so I'm facing the right direction. Left leg back, knee to chest. Left foot forward, press into the toes of the right foot. Hands to the hips. So get yourself balanced here. Hands to heart center. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee or thigh. Press the palms. And again, lift your chest. Again, if you're struggling here, okay to bring the back knee down. Drop the hands to the floor. One more time, step back into downward facing dog. And maybe have a little stretch out, moving the legs, moving the hips. Before dropping onto your knees and taking a child pose. So knees wide, big toes touching, sit back, fold your hands under your forehead or bring the hands alongside your body. Pressing your hands into the floor, sit back onto your heels, roll over and stretch the legs out in front. Coming to sit in Dandasana for a moment. So you can just press the palms or the fingertips into the floor, stretch the legs out. Close your eyes for a moment and take a few breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes, bend your knees, and then you're just going to let the knees fall over to the right side. Just walking that left leg back a bit, tucking the right one in to come into deer pose. And then bringing both hands to the right. Just let yourself twist over a little bit more, letting the left hip lift if you need to. So this is just a gentle twist. Coming back to the center, we'll just let the legs fall to the opposite side. Two hands on the floor, or if you want to, you can take that right hand onto the shoulder. And slowly come back to the front, stretch both legs out. So the next pose is going to be a seated version of that tricky balancing twist that we did earlier on. So at least this time you're on the floor. So bend your right knee and take your right hand behind you, close into your spine. So we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right foot and we're going to lift. So you might be just coming to here, or you might be going straighter. Try not to end up leaning back. And then maybe the right hand will come out behind. So at least this time there's not too much danger of us falling over. Bring your right hand back to the floor, bend your right knee. Step your right foot across to the outside of your left leg, wrapping your left arm around your right knee, or if you want to, you can fold up that bottom leg, and some of you might be able to take the left foot with the left hand. So whichever version you're in, we're just going to twist back to the right one more time. So beginning to slow down a little bit now. Begin to focus on your breath again, really just slowing down the breath as the body begins to cool down. Inhale as you come back to the front. Stretch the legs out. I'm going to turn around once again so that I'm on the right side. Bend your left knee. Take your left hand behind you. Take your right hand to the outside of your left foot, maybe coming to here. Left hand back. Maybe you're going to straighten the leg a little more. Left hand to the floor, bend the left knee, left foot to the outside of the right leg. So again, you could just wrap the arm around and come back into your twist, or maybe you're going to fold up the right leg and bring the right hand to the right foot. So again, just focus on your breath now. Feel the breath moving in and out of the waist area. Inhale to come back to the front and stretch both legs out. Coming back to sit in Dandasana. So moving the butterfly to the side at this stage, if anybody wants to sit onto a cushion, place the cushion under your hips. So we'll take it all back to center with a nice forward bend. Inhale, both arms up. You can bend your knees if you need to. Exhale as you come forward. Again, we'll take whatever part of the leg is accessible. If you can get the big toes, take the toe lock. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bend your elbows, feel your shoulders dropping, and just take the gaze to your toes. So this is a real quietening pose now as the body gets ready to move into a lower gear. And inhale as you slowly come back up. So you can maybe take your cushion out, bend your knees, hug the knees in, and then we're going to slowly roll back down onto our backs, drawing the knees towards the chest and make little circles at the base of the spine. And reverse it. And come back to center. Placing your feet on the floor. Hug your right knee in. Stretch the right leg up. And again, we'll hold on to any part that's accessible to you. Those of you that can take the toe lock, grabbing the big toe, and gently drawing that right foot back towards your head to stretch out those hamstrings. Bending the right knee. Begin to take the left hand to the right foot now as you draw that leg across. Maybe straightening out your left leg here. And taking the right hand out as you look back to the right. If you need to bend the top knee, please do. If you need to bend the bottom knee, you can do that also. And then slowly bring yourself back onto your back. Hug the left knee in. Stretch the left leg up. And again, we'll hold on to whatever part you can, maybe going for the big toe. So at this stage, the right leg can be bent or it can be straight. And you're drawing that left foot towards your head, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. So now take the right hand to the left foot, take your left hand onto the floor, draw your left foot across. Let yourself roll right over. You can bend that knee, you can bend the bottom leg, or you can go for straighter legs. Look back now to your left. And then slowly hugging the left knee in, hugging the right knee in. Just moving from side to side or making those little circles again. And from here it's time to get ready for Shavasana. So maybe you want to grab a blanket or a cushion to be comfortable. So getting yourself into a comfortable lying down position. For some people that might be lying on their side as well. That's perfectly okay. So now that you're lying down, getting ready to relax the body and the mind. So take a few moments to make yourself comfortable. Let the shoulders drop. Maybe take the chin slightly forward. Let the arms begin to drift away from your body, now palms turned upwards. Feel the spine releasing into the floor. Arms and legs getting heavy. So once again, bring your awareness back to your breath. Being just with the breath now and aware that your body is on the floor. No effort required for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So just focus on the breath. Exhaling deeply through your nose. Inhaling, take the breath down into the belly and then let it rise up, lifting the rib cage and lifting the chest. Pause for a moment and take a slow exhale as you release all the breath from the body. So just continue breathing like this for a few rounds of breath in your own time. And then just letting the breath go. Bring the awareness back to your body. Feeling the relaxation starting in the crown of your head, relaxing the scalp. Relaxing the back of your head. Relaxing your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, your cheeks, lips, tongue, chin and throat. Relaxing the right shoulder, right upper arm, right elbow, wrist, right palm, back of the hand and the fingers of the right hand. Relax your left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, palm, back of the left hand and the fingers of the left hand. Relax your chest, your rib cage, your abdomen. Relax your upper back all the way down the spine to the tailbone. Relax your pelvis. Relax your thighs, your knees, your shins and calves, ankles, heels, soles of your feet, tops of your feet, and all the way into your toes. Feel your whole body is completely relaxed.
So now begin to become aware of your body once again. With your eyes still closed, become aware of your surroundings and where you are. Maybe noticing any noises in the room or outside the room. And then slowly begin to move your fingers and toes. Turn your head from side to side. And if you feel like it, inhale and stretch your arms overhead, stretch the legs out. Exhale, hug your knees back into you and roll onto one side. Taking 3 deep breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself to a seated position. Bring your right hand onto your heart and your left hand on top. Take a deep inhale. Exhale as you open your eyes. And another deep inhale. And an exhale. Bring your hands back to heart center. Namaste. So thank you once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the yoga session. And once again, I'd just like to make a suggestion. If anybody would like to make a donation to charity, Cork Simon are looking for donations at the moment. I know they're asking people to run virtual coffee mornings. So you can go on their website, it's corksimon.ie, and you'll see the place where you can just go in and donate whatever amount you would like to. So just to be aware, this is just a suggestion, and I would appreciate it if you feel like doing it, but there's absolutely no pressure. So thank you once again, and see you next time.